This is my research on bilingual communication. My thesis is bilingualism enhances cognitive development, fosters cultural understanding, and strengthens social integration, making it an essential tool for personal well-growth and well-being. Social interactions of plants seem to evolve a form of sharing or cooperation. This is from Faris Jabbar, who is a writer for the New York Times Magazine, is a Scientific American contributor. Plants and humans have similar communication styles, and many forms of communication have the sole purpose of benefiting connection and culture. Having the ability to speak two languages helps transmission become even more dynamic. Language alters your thinking and worldview, and it shapes human experience. Russ Reimer is an established journalist and National Geographic contributor. Knowing more than one language would allow individuals to experience the world through multiple cultural lenses. This is the cognitive developments. Bilingual people have an easier time developing strong reading skills and using logic. Eli Jessner is a researcher at the University of Innsbruck. Knowing two languages is like having two books memorized. You have to search the book to find the right words. Doing this progressively increases your ability to use thinking skills and logic. Professional benefits. Evidence supports that views of bicultural and bilingual individuals tend to have more advantages in society. Xing Chen is a graduate of Stanford University. Knowing two languages and two cultures helps individuals navigate professional environments and help collaborate effectively, like in projects or if I wanted to sell a machine. My first solution is to start teaching non-native languages in schools starting in a kid's elementary years. When I was a kid in elementary school, we had elective classes like art and music and similar subjects. To make room for additional core classes, time would need to be taken away from these classes. Bilingual communication needs to be taught early. It is nearly impossible for people to achieve similar to that of a native speaker unless they start learning a second language by the age of 10. Anne Taffron is a science writer from Massachusetts Institute of Technology. For these benefits of bilingual education to be reached, high proficiency needs to be reached. So bilingual education is to be taught in a child's elementary years. An implication of the solution is less class time is available for classes like history or math. And a limitation is it can be normal for a child to experience what is known as interference. Interference is when when the grammar of structure of one language influences the grammar of other languages, which leads to grammatical errors. Rachel Cortese is a licensed speech language therapist. This could affect a child's performance in school. My second solution is to have an option for incursion programs. This is where a book is first taught in a native language, and then again taught in a second language. To implement this solution, we will give books to schools in both two languages. Depending on the age and grade level of subject in the class, 70 to 95% of activities in the United States classrooms were estimated to rely on textbooks. John F. Wakefield worked for the American Department of Education doing national assessments on educational progress. Giving a student a second textbook in a non-native language will allow them to make connections and learn quicker. An implication to this solution would be funding for these schools cost significantly more money, and teachers and administrators would need to be able to speak a second language. And this puts strain on the job market because the teacher's job market is really struggling right now, and the low pay doesn't help, and we have to also require teachers to learn a second language. In conclusion, these benefits, the benefits of bilingual and biculturalism and language proficiency enhance cognitive development, emotional intelligence, social adaptability, and learning a second language early in life improves problem-solving skills, critical thinking skills, and fosters cultural understanding and empathy. that's it.
Okay. Okay, so for your first question, what evidence did you gather that you did not include, and then why did you choose not to include it?
So I originally wanted to gather more information on biculturalism, but when I started looking for evidence, there wasn't much, because I thought biculturalism and bilingualism would go hand in hand, because like in the stimulus resources in vanishing languages, it says in there that language carries culture and stories. And when I couldn't find any of it, I had to switch my topic and start looking for more language speaking benefits.
Okay. So what are these findings, or what are the implications of these findings to your community?
Well, in our community, there's a bunch of secondary language spoken. And if we choose a second language like Spanish, a bunch of people would not be happy about it, because what if their child already speaks Spanish and they don't know, or they want to learn a different language? Or if we chose a language like Chinese and no one knows Chinese, and it becomes even harder to find teachers that know Chinese also.
All right. Thank you very much.